Welcome back, guys. My name is Lucky.
And my name is Shaneka.
And today we've got another video for you. And what are we doing today, love?
So today we're going to be doing a how we met story. So yeah, for those of you that might be interested, stay tuned.
Enjoy.
How did we meet? Okay, so we met in university. So the first time I ever met Lucky was 2013. I was at uni, we were both in uni, and we were at a chosen meet and greet event. So it was a society, and it was like the first event they did for the year, and it was literally just getting to meet other people who are interested in coming.
Just to say, guys, she's the one that remembers this day. I don't remember this day. I don't remember meeting her on that exact day. I don't even remember being there on that day. So
the difficulty now with Lucky is that his memory is so selective.
That's a lie.
and that is the truth, okay?
Nope.
So I wouldn't worry about the fact that he doesn't. Okay, if that's the case, that's interesting. But if that's the case, when do you remember us first meeting?
I don't know, actually. We met somewhere. I think you must have come back to university at some point during that winter and came to another event. Maybe that's when I met you. Not at the meet and greet, because I feel like I was.
The thing is, yeah, this is very simple, because we can ask other people who met him at this meet and greet.
Story for the gods. But let's just say I was in my first year that year. I was just coming into university. She's already been in uni for 2 years, and she was about to go into her third year, which was like a placement year. Yeah.
So yeah, we'd met at this meet and greet. I was in my placement year, so I wasn't necessarily like anticipating to like make any friends, like in the sense that like I already had been there for 2 years, as he said. I knew people. I was just there to welcome them into that space, if that makes sense.
Wait,
anyway,
you didn't make any friends there, because we were not friends from there.
I didn't say I made friends. I
saying.
said this person guys.
What are you saying?
So yeah, what was I saying? You've completely disrupted me now.
After the meet and greet, what happened?
We connected on social media somehow. So there's a way how I found him on Instagram, and
it was Snapchat first.
No, it was Instagram first.
It was Snapchat. Was it?
Yes. So somehow we now became friends on Snapchat.
Somebody added somebody.
The thing is, we're friends on Snapchat. We had good banter there. We had good conversations. But then I was talking to Lucky, and he said for a long time he didn't actually know who I was. And I'm like...
Wait, on Snapchat people have different names. So back then, when people add me on Snapchat, I just accept them and just continue chatting. I knew she's somebody that I've met before somehow, but I just don't know who it was. And then she used to comment on whenever I post on Snapchat. I was like, okay. Then I just reply in a generic way.
That's
because she never posted any picture of herself on Snapchat, so I did not really know who it was, but I just thought that was somebody I knew.
But yeah, like we used to have some decent conversations and everything, and then when he told me, for a long time he didn't know who I was, I'm like, this is just very unfair. So towards the summer of the year that we met, we started to speak a bit more, and he would also ask me questions about like placements. Do you have any recommendations, and a variety of different questions. And yeah, I guess we really started to get communication going, and I will hold my hands up. Although, to be honest, I didn't remember this, but we literally went back and we checked. At some point now, I just say to him, do you know what? You might as well take my number, because I just found that, I think when it comes to for me, I think when it comes to social media, there's different levels of like conversation you can have with people. There are some people where like the conversation is not deep enough to get to your WhatsApp. You get it? So you might just always communicate with them on Insta. You're replying to each other's Insta stories. It got to a point where I was like, do you know what? We're speaking a lot. We may as well just have each other's number, and then like, that's just a bit easier than having to be on Snapchat to talk to you, if that makes sense. So we exchanged numbers, although that wasn't nothing special. It's not like anything kicked off at that point, but yeah, we exchanged numbers. Anyway, I came back to uni in, and I just want to add, from like childhood, especially to my early 20s, I was like a social butterfly. Like I spoke to everyone. I was super friendly. Not saying it isn't the case now, but I'm a lot less
outgoing or out there.
Yeah, I'm definitely a lot less out there now. I think I've definitely calmed down in my old age. I'm joking, not my old age, but yeah, like as I've become older and more mature, I've got to know myself better, and I've just got to realize that actually I do need some energy for myself, if that makes sense. So yeah, at the time I was here for it. I was like, whoop, another friend, let's do this, like let's get the communication going, let me get to know him, let's talk, let's have banter, let's whatever we're gonna do. So then I'd come back to uni.
This is 2014 September. Yeah, just to be
2014 September. I came back to uni, and then at this point we realized that, like, so we would see, we didn't really meet up. I don't even know how often we spoke. Like, we wasn't tight. Like, I don't know how to explain.
Well, we used to go to the same church, so we used to see each other every Sunday. And then in our Christian Fellowship Society, she was also there, so we should see each other on Wednesdays when we met. And there was one thing is like, even in university, for example, in the library, we used to see each other sometimes and say hi. And there was one day.
Oh boy.
One day in the library. Yeah. You know when she said that she used to be a chatterbox, yeah, but at that point she was still a chatterbox. She used to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
And there was one day in the library, man was studying. I was studying really hard. I think I had an assignment due in the next couple of days. I was in the library studying.
But okay, where in the library were you?
Can I finish?
Let's start with that. This is a crucial information.
It doesn't matter. I was in the library.
It matters. Where in the library were you?
I was in the library studying.
I'll add.
No. Let me finish. I was in the library studying, and then out of nowhere somebody comes to me.
And at least put some respect. How can you say somebody?
And she said she was in that break. She just want to chat to somebody quickly. I was like, okay. She just want to chat quickly for a break. Maybe it's 5 minutes. I can half an hour later, this woman is still here talking. I don't want to talk, but she's talking.
No, do you know what? And then your time, your perception of time is off, because it certainly wasn't half an hour. Like, it wasn't. It was about 10 minutes.
Nah. She was talking, and I wanted to finish, but I wanted to continue. It got to a point I was like, can you go, please? Yeah, I want to study, and she was not getting it. I literally had to get my stuff.
To be honest, I can't lie. I don't think Lucky asked me, can you go? I think basically I was talking, and then obviously he was a bit less responsive, and then he was like, oh, I'm gonna go. And I was like, but you're not finished.
I'm not finished.
And he was like, no, it's fine, I'm gonna go. I've done what I need to do.
She was being annoying.
Yeah. And yeah, it was a bit awkward, because I was kind of like, damn, like seems like I've caused him to leave this library.
Yep, she did.
And so I'm going to continue the story, but there's two things I want to point out. So firstly, if there's anyone watching this who went to the University of Surrey, by the way, which is the uni that we went to, who started before 2013, you will know, because this guy was on level 4. You will know level 4 is not the place you go if you want to study. It's not. It's really not.
You go and study in the library.
Especially in our library, different floors have their different specialities, so to speak. And level 4 used to be the place for like group work. Okay, so like it was loud. Like as soon as you open the door, it is loud. It's not the place you go if you want to study at all. It's a place you want to go if you want to socialize. And all of you guys who started University of Surrey before 2013 will know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I see him on level 4. I must say then, I guess when I was in my placement year, at some point they refurbished level 4. So it was no longer for that purpose, but all of us older ones, we're gonna know, boom, that's what level 4 is for. It's the place.
It's done my business.
Yeah, it's the place to socialize. So for me, it was just
that day I was not happy with that, honestly.
Yeah, he was not happy at all. It was probably between October to December, whenever this was. And so then we spoke about it. He basically expressed that like he wasn't happy with it and it wasn't cool. So I was like, do you know what? I'm not speaking to you until 2015. I was like, I'm just not going to speak to you because I just can't. I don't know how to work around this. Let's just forget it, sort of thing. Anyway, let's fast forward into 2015 because nothing special really happened between then. Did it?
Nope.
No. So anyway, it was around February 2015, and as we have mentioned, up until this time, we predominantly saw each other at church on a Sunday or at Chosen on a Wednesday. That was it. Our relationship was very much high and by. So it was after church on a Sunday, and we were outside the church building. Me and Lucky were there, and we were just talking. And then I was in my final year, by the way. My final year was so busy. Like easy. I had this. I said busy.
Easy.
Shush. I had this, and I've got pictures and stuff of it, but I had this like planner, and it was just like the hours were packed from back to front. I stopped working at one point. I was like, do you know what bun is? But I was working as well. I was studying. I was doing my placement. I was socializing. Hey, it was a lot, but it was banging. I really enjoyed my final year. So I was like, Tim, we should meet up sometime, you know, because we ain't ever done that sort of thing. And that is such a common phrase to say at uni, we should meet up sometime. And the serious people will will actually meet up, and the others will just be like, yeah, sort of thing. So I said that to him, literally, or yeah, we should. So I said that to him, and he was like, yeah, we should. When? Next week? And I was like, I really didn't expect him to come on such a proactive kind of response. So I was like, yeah, cool, like next week, let me check my planner, I could not do anything without checking that planner. So this was the first time we had ever like spent time together, like just us, and just get to know each other in like a friendship way, as opposed to like in a group set.
So we decided to go to a restaurant in Guildford called Turtle Bay. When we got there, we had a meal, and we really enjoyed it, got to know each other a bit more, just had a discussion. It was quite good. We had a good time, we were laughing, and then there was a lady like far sitting at the back. When she was about to leave, she decided to come to us, and she was like, you two look like such a wonderful couple. And we were like, I was like, thank you, but I don't know why I said thank you, because there was nothing then between us. We were just friends going for a meal together. So yeah, that was quite a strange prophecy. I guess the woman sowed seeds in us, but we did not realize that the seeds were being sown. So yeah, it was such a lovely time. After that, we decided to say, okay, let's do this again. Let's try and meet up another time and do something. I feel like there was a time we went to the town center in Guildford to get Chinese.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was quite nice as well. And one time when we were about to do another meeting, she had an idea from someone else.
Yeah, so I guess this was potentially our third meetup, and on that day, I think that this day Lucky was playing football, so he was a bit delayed in, we had to push back our plans a bit. And whilst I was kind of waiting for him to be free, because I was living on campus at this time, my friend Chantel came to my room, and so she was
big up Chantel, don't know.
Oh yeah. So she was like, so what are you doing today? And I was like, not much, I'm just gonna meet Lucky. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. She was like, you guys should do Bible study. And I was like, yeah, we wasn't planning to do it, we were just planning to eat, but I'll message him and ask him. And then, like, although I said everything like that, I really was not expecting Lucky to agree to that, because it just seemed a little bit like out of the blue and those sort of things. So he was like, yeah, that's cool. I'm running late, but when I'm available, I'm gonna let you know. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, oh yeah, he's agreed, we're gonna do Bible study. She was like, okay, cool. And then it was only like just like maybe 20 minutes up to that time that we were gonna meet that I was like, what is going on? Like, why am I doing Bible study with this guy? I'm so nervous. And that, it was so good. It was on John 12. I always remember, and it was so funny because that was the first time I'd heard Lucky read from like, something from a piece of writing, a book, of the Bible, and that was an interesting experience.
Which one was it?
It was like he was in school.
Hey,
my guy was all reading slow, and do like you could just feel like he was nervous or something. It was so funny.
Just to go back a bit, when you were talking about how you felt surprised that I wanted to do Bible study.
Yeah, how was that for you?
For me, it wasn't not an issue, because back then at university, being a Christian guy, you're surrounded by girls, so spending time with girls was not really an issue for me. I was comfortable in their presence, so it was easy for me to just say, okay, we're doing Bible study, fine, come. I didn't see it as an issue or as something that could lead to something else. Back then, I was not aware about boundaries as much as I am now when I went to a relationship. So it's definitely something to be cautious of when you're deciding to do certain things with the opposite sex. Be careful of the boundary. Be careful of what message you're sending to them and what message you're sending to each other. You might see it as being innocent, but there might be something underneath.
Yeah, I guess that's interesting, because I think for me, so as I said, this was February, or after February at this point, so that's the second semester in uni. But for me, in the first semester, I actually did Bible study with two of my other guy friends. But the only thing is, for me, I knew them, like we were friends already, do you get it? Whereas like we were just becoming friends. So I think for me, that was like, this is a bit weird, but it wasn't weird enough for me to be like, I shouldn't be doing this. It's fine, but it was just like, this is a really new experience for me. I guess I'd say it like that.
I think it's a really important thing. I feel like if it's like a lesson learned, be careful how you spend time with the opposite sex.
Oh, 100%.
Because you don't know what message you're sending across. And
100%.
I did not. What, there was a fly. I did not know what message we'd be sending across unintentionally. But there was something happening there. I must say that after the Bible study, after seeing her, the way she was able to just dissect the Bible, that opened my eyes the way it's never opened it before.
Really?
I must say that was like a wow.
I'm learning today.
Not in the sense that I was like, I want to spend my life with you, but it was just like I've never seen you that way, because you're somebody that I've never really been able to break bread with in terms of studying the word with, but studying the word with you for the first time, that was like, wow, she knows her word, boy.
Yeah.
And to me, that was like, yay, that is good. That is good. This is somebody to, learn with.
So we had that Bible study, and I think that brought us to a new level of like friendship. We were kind of like, this is a friendship worth pursuing, and you know, we just said to each other, that was good, like we should do that again. We were like, we should do that again. So essentially what happened is our friendship started to form around us having Bible studies. We actually didn't even chill if it wasn't having a Bible study. Like it was, I think we began to meet like every week or every 2 weeks or whenever. Like we just found when we're both free, and that's what we started to do. We just studied the word. So yeah, as I mentioned, we started to form this friendship around the fact that we studied the Bible together, which was amazing. Now I think after a few sessions or a few weeks anyway, I began to realize that like something's happening here. I was like, I think I like this guy, you know. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I'm someone who's always had guy friends, and I have never had that feeling. They've automatically become my brothers. You know, that's the way how I perceive them, and that happened throughout uni. And the interesting thing is, and sometimes I'll say to myself, why I never once called Lucky brother or bruv or bro. Like I never. And
who's your bro?
But the thing is, all the other guys in your year, I would say that to them. Do you get it? So for whatever reason, I never once called him that. And I got to this point now, and I was like, I think I like this guy. And I was challenged. I was like, what do I do about this? Do I just look off this whole thing? Or like, what do I do? Anyway, I journaled about it. I prayed about it. And I just said, like, I was just like, God, this is my heart. Like, I think I like this person. I have no idea if they remotely like me. But I was like, I do not want this attraction to get in the way of our friendship, because the friendship we have right now is good. Do you get it? So I don't want to now, when I meet up with him, start being tantalized or whatever the case is. So my prayer was just, okay, I like him, God. I don't want it to get in the way of our friendship. If it's your will, it will happen. And then finally work on him. Get him ready. So that was how it was for me, and I was able to, from that day, to move forward, being like, okay, boom, regardless of my own feelings, they are not part of our friendship. They will not become involved until I know where he's at. And that really helped me.
She was catching feelings. Me, I did not even know. I was just oblivious. I was like, yeah, we're studying, that's fine. And you've got to a point, like maybe like a month or so before we finish uni, like early May.
Oh my God.
She was like, very soon we're gonna finish uni and we're not gonna see each other again. I was like, yeah, that's true. When we finish, that's it. I'm not gonna see you again. I'm going to London and our lives are over. I just said that because that's what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah, imagine a month before we finish uni. I'm thinking like, because we just finished Bible study, and I was just like, damn, like this is good. Like I was just kind of like, rah, like I'm gonna finish uni soon, and then like, you know, like we're not gonna have as much like access to each other. We're not gonna be as close, because obviously, we both lived on campus at the time. And my guy was like, yeah, I probably will never see you again. And I'm like, bruh, like, do we not both live in London? And he was like, yeah, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna see you. I was like, okay, cool. Like for me, I was like, let's just keep it moving, because this guy is he's made up his mind, and do you know what? That's fine. I can't force him. Do you know what I mean? So I was just like, well, it is what it is. So yeah, after Lucky made that outrageous statement, I kind of, as I mentioned, I kind of just say to myself, I can't let my feelings get involved. So I just took it on the chin, and I was just like, it is what it is. there are plenty of fish in the sea.
Ah,
There's plenty now. That's how I just. Do you know what? To be honest, whether there's fish or there's crocodiles, as far as I'm aware, like we're not at that stage. So if you don't want to see me, whatever, you get it. Like, so yeah. I just kind of didn't let that impact me. Things just kept on moving as normal from that point. Yeah. I do remember that. So we were doing Bible study. I don't know if we were studying Proverbs, but it was Proverbs 31. And he was like, oh, no. We weren't studying it. He was just like, oh yeah, there's a scripture I read the other day and it really reminds me of you. And I was like, okay. This guy pulls out Proverbs 31. I'm like, wow. At this point, my heart is beating. I'm like, ee, like somebody can't really say that about you if like they don't, respect it. Do you get me? So I was just like, I can't remember which particular verse it was. It was, oh, I know, one moment.
Faithful,
yeah.
Oh
my gosh, you remember it?
Praise.
You remember it?
Yeah.
Wow. So yeah, he said it. We'll link the scripture, and I was like. I was thinking like, what do I do with such information? And I was just like, wow, that's nice, man. Thank you. Like, do you know what you're thinking? Like, because for me, and let me know how you feel. Like, how do you explain? Do you think you could tell that I potentially liked you or not?
To be honest, I didn't know. I just could not.
And that's good, because the reason I asked, and I'm going to let you continue in a minute, the reason I asked is because I was very intentional, as I said, about not letting that interfere with the friendship. So I really just wanted it to be a friendship that I'd have with any other guy who I'm tight with but I'm not attracted to. So
yeah, I definitely knew that not that you liked me, but you saw me as a good friend, if that makes sense. I said, you're somebody, you seem like somebody you can spend time with, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not just like a high and back kind of friend. Yeah. That's why I definitely knew that the way you felt towards me. Yeah. But then, just in around that time, towards the end of May, beginning of June, that's when my feelings started to erupt, if that makes sense.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
You know when you said that scripture to me, why did you say that?
I read it and I was like, oh, I was just thinking about sisters in my life that I can relate that to. I was like, yeah, she's definitely one person, because I've been studying the word with you quite frequently, and I've been able to see how much you understand God's word and how much you're willing to follow His word. So that's why that scripture related to you more. That's why I was able to encourage you with it. But I didn't know I was doing more than encouraging. But yeah, that's when I began to see that this year I do like this girl,
So towards the end of May.
Towards the end of May, beginning of June.
My revelation came early. I think it was like March or something. It'll be one of my journals, so I could find it, but yeah.
So I towards the beginning of June, because I've got exams at that point, so I wasn't taking it too serious. And I remember when there was someone's birthday and we went to the park and they're doing some races. I was just like, ooh, she's nice. I can't wait.
Are you serious?
But that was like a few days before the end of the term, so it was that same week we ended.
We ended.
So yeah.
Wait, are you serious? You acted. Oh, this is so cool. Okay.
I was like, whoa, hey, look at this guy.
And you saw me running. Yeah, that was embarrassing though.
Did you win? Yeah, I think.
No, I didn't win because basically, I can't have a game.
I thought you won.
I don't think I did, but in your eyes, I won. So it's good.
I thought you won. But yeah, that was such a nice time.
It was a tag team though.
Yeah, it was a tag team, but it was quite fun just being in an environment with us. Like, I can see something going on there in my heart. And so yeah, and then the day when I was about to, just to finish university, we had to move back home. My dad was supposed to come pick me up from London in the morning, but then his car broke down. So he needed to get a new car. So I was supposed to leave at like 10 in the morning, but then his car broke down, so I was waiting for like 3-4 hours. So I decided to go do my laundry beforehand, since now I have more time. When I went to the laundry, guess what I saw there? She was there waiting for me.
The lies he is telling. So basically, so I went to the laundrette and I put my clothes in and washed my clothes, and then I've gone back to my room to finish packing whatever. So then when I've seen him is when my clothes are ready to go in the tumble dryer. So I had already been to the laundrette actually,
but she was there waiting for me to come. I don't know how she knew that I was going to do my laundry. So after I'd done the laundry, we were walking back towards I was going to my flat, she was going to her flat, And
this guy tried to steal the moment. And it was very clear. So we're walking back now, and throughout uni, like he knows that I've liked Starbucks. I go there, you know, I get whatever I'm interested in. So we're walking back, and he really just thought, what can I do to just spend one more 10 minutes with this girl? So we're walking, and he was like, oh, there's Starbucks. Do you want to go to Starbucks? I was like, no. No, thank you. Why would I want to go? He was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah. In my head, I'm thinking, bro, this is my last day of uni. You have told me you're not going to see me again, so I will not spend my last day with you. As much as I want to, I just did not want to do that to myself. So I was like, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah. And then we were getting to the point where like we had to split, like he's going left, I'm going right, sort of thing. And he was like, oh, come on, let's have a hug. But I also need to say, we had never hugged until this point. I don't know whether that was conscious or not. Okay, so we gave each other a hug. And the hug was long. It was like at least 1 minute long. Which is long for a hug. And then, as I said, when people are moving out, so this car now came. So we had to like move. And then after he was like, oh, we're not finished with our hug. So I was like, okay, thinking, I don't even know. Do you know when you're like, right, sure, we're not. So we had another hug. And then, what happened?
No, finish.
No, me, I don't know, because I was just having a hug. And next thing I hear, the heavens had opened or something. So
yeah, I felt like, yeah, that was the moment for me to just try and pitch something in there, just to see what happens. Yeah, I felt like everything that they just happened to fall in place. The car being breaking down. If the car not broken down, they've been longer by that time. Just so you know. So I just felt like, let me tell her how I feel, and let's see if we can start something proper. So yeah, I told her.
Do you remember any of the words that you said?
I'm not gonna say that
no,
yet.
but do you remember any of the words that you said?
I think I do,
yeah.
But I'm not saying anything.
I remember you saying something like I can't remember specifically. Something like, you want me in your life. And at that point, I was like, oh my god.
She was like, yes, I want the victory. But yeah, I had like a little conversation with her, and then I told her how I feel, and I was like, let's start something. And she was like, yes.
And then Lucky was like, she said yes. Like, he was so happy. Hey. I was just like, wow. It was just so interesting.
And so that was it. That's where it started. The last day of uni. Yeah.
2015.
Leave it to the very end. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is essentially our how we met story. It spans over about a year and a half, like from the moment we met to
2013 to 2015. Yeah, around 2 years.
Approximately. Yeah, from the day we met to the day we got into a relationship. So yeah, we got into a relationship in June 2015. We spent around 4.5 years courting, dating, being in a relationship, whatever word works for you.
That was a journey.
Yeah, which was not, to be honest, it wasn't the hardest thing. I think I'm so grateful that we really spent that time. We really got to know each other. We really got to build a foundation. Like, we are good friends.
Yeah. And yeah, it was really good. I feel like maybe we can do another video about our journey in courtship and the different hurdles we had to go through as a couple. And it was not easy, but we surpassed each challenge. It was really, really good. And that was our journey. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section below. Until our next video, take care, stay blessed. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your friends. Take care. God bless you. Bye bye.